Have you ever wondered why buying a home in one state costs thousands more to close in the other? Even when the homes are priced about the same, it's not just about the house or the mortgage rate. It's actually about those hidden expenses we call closing costs. Today, we're unpacking what closing costs really are, why they're different across states, and what that means if you're buying or investing here in San Antonio. Make sure you stick around till the end because I've got a game-changing tip that could help you close with an interest rate around 3.75. You don't want to miss that one. Let's start with the basics. Closing costs are the extra fees you pay when you officially buy your home. Think of it like the fine print at the end of a big purchase. They cover things like title insurance, loan origination, attorney or escrow services, and even prepaid property taxes and insurance. These costs usually land somewhere between 2 to 5% of your home's price. Here's where it gets interesting. The national average closing cost sits around $4,665 according to recent data from Keeping Current Matters, but that number can change dramatically depending on where you buy. For example, some states like Missouri or Iowa have closing costs closer to $2,000, while places like New York or Washington, D.C. can climb well above $10,000 or even $15,000 once you add in local taxes and fees. So what causes that difference? It comes down to a mix of local taxes, title, and attorney fees, and even state-specific recording costs. Some states require attorney involvement in every transaction, while others, like Texas, use title companies instead, which often makes the process a bit more affordable and streamlined. Texas tends to stay on the more affordable side when it comes to closing costs, averaging roughly $3,700 according to recent reports from Bankrate and Freddie Mac. That's well below the national high, which is good news for anyone buying in South Texas. Here in San Antonio, closing costs usually fall between 2 to 6% of the purchase price, depending on your loan type and the neighborhood. And because Texas doesn't have a state property transfer tax, that's one less expense to worry about, something buyers in other states don't always get. This is one reason why so many people are relocating here from higher cost states like California or New York. Not only is the cost of living lower, but even your closing table expenses stretch your budget further. There are also ways to manage these costs. Sometimes we can negotiate with the seller for credits to cover part of your closing costs. Shopping around for homeowners insurance or title services can also save you hundreds. And if you're a first-time buyer, there are often assistance programs that can help you offset some of those fees. The key is having a local agent and lender who know the ins and outs of the market. That's how you make sure you're not overpaying for services you don't need. And that's why I want to introduce you to Invest5S. Between lender fees, title charges, and escrow costs, closing expenses can easily catch homebuyers and investors off guard. But here's where Invest5S really steps in to make a difference. Because Invest5S is both the builder and the seller, they have more control over the transaction from start to finish. That means fewer third-party fees, simplified processing, and in many cases, credits or incentives that directly reduce your out-of-pocket costs at closing. They often partner with lenders and title companies, which can lead to discounted rates and lower origination or title fees, something that's not always possible when buying from traditional listings. And if you combine those savings with their current offer of a 3.75 interest rate, it's a serious win for both homebuyers and investors. You're not just saving upfront, you're setting yourself up for lower long-term costs as well. So whether you're looking for a place to call home or a property to generate passive income, Invest5S helps you put more money in your pocket from day one without sacrificing quality or opportunity. So if you're thinking about buying a home in San Antonio or anywhere in South Texas, don't let closing costs catch you off guard. They might not be as glamorous as finding your dream kitchen or that amazing backyard, but understanding them is what separates confident buyers from stressed out ones. If you want a personalized breakdown for your price range and neighborhood, reach out to me. I'll help you estimate your true costs, find ways to save, and walk you through each of those steps so that when closing day comes, you're ready to sign those papers with confidence. Because when it comes to buying a home, knowledge isn't just power, it's peace of mind.